What is going on today, guys? Today we have the new monitor from ASUS. This is the XG32UCWG. It's the newest monitor from ASUS yet. Over here, I got my PG32UCDP. That's going to be the matte monitor, 4K 240Hz W OLED. This is the XG32UCWG, so it's actually the same W OLED panel, but it's going to be a glossy display. And it's not gonna be like the QD OLEDs that have like the purple glare in the panel. This one's gonna be true black glossy. Now this one is only the 4K 165 hertz option, and you can also turn it up to 330 hertz. Whereas the UCDP that I have is a 240 hertz 4K, and then it's like 480 hertz for 1080p. So it is going to be a little bit higher on that one. However, and you can get like the UCWMG, which is going to have the same 4K 240 hertz, but I figured 165 hertz is enough for this one just to use, try it out, see what it's like. You know, this one was only about $850, so it's a lot cheaper than my other one, the UCDP that I have over here. This one was about $1,300 on Amazon, so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. So we'll go ahead. First of all, this box is very small. I remember having like the other monitors, like the UCDMR, which I've also had in the past. That was a QLED as well, but the box is very clumsy and just very nitpicky and annoying to work with, whereas this one seems pretty small. This overall box was actually very light, and I didn't have any issues picking it up at all. Very compact box, and it looks like it's packaged pretty well. So I mean, if you like this box, it's not like it's shoved in here or anything like that. And I think it's mainly because of the monitor stand, but I do have like a second monitor stand just that I can mount it vertically over there or over here. So we'll go ahead, take this thing out and put it together, see how it's like. All right, so we got this thing out of the box. Looks like this just goes on like this on top as like to help hold it on, and looks like this thing is the actual panel itself right here. So hopefully this thing didn't get damaged during the shipping, but that's gonna be that, and the actual monitor rests down like that. So this thing didn't really have anything covering it, so I'm hoping it didn't get like damaged or anything like that. I know it did like get tossed around a little bit during shipping, but yeah. And then over here we got like these cards over here, as well as this bag, and then there's the charging thing, and that's gonna be under here. You can see how there's like gaps in there, so that's where all of that stuff is. So when we I think this was actually the wrong way to open it. I think that's supposed to be the bottom, so then you're supposed to be able to take the stuff out first. So I guess that would have been a better way to open it, but there we go. All right, here we go. We got the monitor taken out of the box. Overall, very solid looking monitor. It is exactly like it looks in the pictures. It's definitely not like the purple one. Essentially, if you have look at the QD OLED, which is going to be the glossy material that ASUS uses in the material, the whole panel looks like a purple tint, similar to like the LCD panels. But again, this one actually looks exactly kind of like this one. Very completely dark display, except this one looks like it's matte, and it actually is completely black. Like, I feel like it's actually blacker than this one over here. So we're gonna have to go ahead and put this thing up and actually compare it side by side. I have a feeling this is actually gonna be a very, very good monitor. And if I really like this one, I might consider just getting the 240 hertz one instead. I just got this because, again, Amazon doesn't actually sell the 240 hertz version. So this was like the only one that I could actually get. That's why I have this one. For some reason, they just don't have the 240 hertz one. I'm guessing it's because it's like a newer model, so they don't really have it available. I know in some locations you are able to get the other one, but again, this is why I have this one. But in terms of the bottom part, again, I think this is supposed to be the top. This looks like it's the stand, and so this was in this position like that. This one is like the VESA mount adapter. This was just in there. And then this one, it was actually the base for the stand itself. So I think this was in here like this. So this is the thing that stand is gonna attach to there. This was just a bag for the actual thing. And then I'm guessing this thing was with all the charging cables and stuff like that was in here. And then this thing, I'm guessing you just put it over here or somewhere that fits. But there we go, that's that. And then we got some stickers over there. Let's get everything assembled and then we'll check back again. Alright, so we just got everything put together. This whole setup took me like literally 30 seconds. Very easy to do, just screw this in. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it just works a lot quicker than trying to set this one up. Just because the stand is so much nicer. Like this quality is very good and it's very small. Whereas this one, the stand itself just takes up so much space. In terms of ports, we got, looks like this is the power port. Looks like two HDMI ports, whatever this is. I don't use that. We got lightning. We got Thunderbolt right here. Two USBs, three USBs, and then we got a headphone jack. And then looks like there's like the same button that they use on the UCDP. So we're gonna go ahead, put this up, plug this in, and we'll go compare it side by side. Also, one other thing I noticed is this anime vision panel on the back is a lot bigger than on the other one. Like this thing, it goes all the way across here from top to bottom. It's definitely a lot bigger. Although the only thing with the anime vision panel on the monitors itself is like it's behind the monitor. So if your desk is up against the wall, you're not really going to be able to tell because again, you're not going to be looking behind the monitor. So it's only going to be helpful if you have like a big apartment and you can put like your setup right in the middle of the room, then it'll look a lot sicker. But yeah, that's just one thing. Let's get ahead. We have everything unboxed here, and here's all of the stuff. It's really true black glossy, looks very great so far. However, I haven't actually been able to connect it because it doesn't actually come with a Thunderbolt 5 cable. So I gotta go and use my other HDMI cable, and then we'll get this thing connected up. Alright guys, we got both monitors fully connected now. This one's connected via HDMI, this one's connected via Thunderbolt, so I got them both plugged in. We got the OLED test going, and so far I cannot tell any difference between the two. Obviously this one is matte, so you can see like the reflection is gonna be, you'll still see the reflection, but it's gonna be like blurred out, kind of like that. Whereas that exact same thing is gonna be like a mirror on this one. So you can see like here it's not blurred out. It's like you can see like how it's a lot more clearer if the camera actually focuses. Like here you can see how it's a lot clearer. So that is the only difference I can really tell. The blacks look literally quite identical to each other. Like this one, the blacks over here. Maybe we should turn off the lighting for this thing. This is SteelSeries Arena 9. But the blacks look just as black as each other. I don't see any difference. And when I play the video, right now I have the exact same settings on both. 50 brightness, 90 contrast, 70. This one's at 75 vivid pixel. This one's at 80 because I couldn't make it the exact same. This one goes in increments of 25. This one goes in increments of 10. So I guess we could actually set it to 100 right here. But if we go here, I guess we'll just set this to 100 and then we'll set this one to 100 as well. That way we can have the exact same settings on both. And so far, you really can't tell any difference between the two. It's literally mirroring the exact same video. So I guess if I hold it like this, like I'm looking at this side by side and they look literally identical to each other. There's no difference in terms of like this one looks better than this one or anything like that. Just looking at the detail of these graphics, they literally look identical to each other. I think it's not like one is brighter than the other. I feel like it just all comes down to like the individual source you're looking at. So first of all, for like the initial like video test, I can't really tell the difference. Now again, the other thing I will do is go on TradingView here and see how the charts look. But I feel like, I don't know what it is, but the text just looks funny. Like I don't know if you can tell, here it looks fine, but then here it's just like, they're both 4K monitors, it's just like the text fringing just does not look that good actually. So I'm not sure if that's like a setting issue. Don't want to do pixel cleaning right now, but yeah, it's just like the text just looks funny, and I thought maybe that was just like a setting thing. But when I do turn it down, it does get a lot better. Like when it's at 100, it looks kind of funny, not as sharp, but then when I turn it down to like 50, looks completely fine. Whereas on here, it's like, I guess, I have it at like 100 vivid pixel, and what I used to do was I would keep this at like 75. So I guess this one you can actually turn the vivid pixel down a little bit more, and you're still gonna get that same like I'm not too sure what it is. It's just that when I have it up like that, it just looks different. Like I'll turn this back up to 70, and just letters just look kind of funny. I'm not sure what it is. Like I feel like the vivid pixel setting has to be turned down more on this display. Whereas on this display, I have it set to like 75 and it's okay. In terms of like refresh rate though, they both look equally as fast. Just like the refresh rate itself, just using it, it's not super obvious. Like if I put it side by side, this one's 240 hertz. Obviously, you guys are not gonna be able to tell by the video. Very smooth, whereas like here, it's not gonna feel as smooth, but it's very subtle differences. Like if I were to, I would have no problem buying the 240 hertz monitor version, but there is a subtle difference, in the scrolling, I guess. Like this one does look a little bit choppier, but again, it's 165 hertz, and it's gonna be better than all of like the Apple monitors that are only like 120 hertz. But then you can also, of course, enable high refresh rate, which is actually gonna make this one 330 hertz, and this one's gonna be 240. So if you do this now, actually this one's gonna be even smoother, and now this one's actually smoother than this one. I guess this one's not turning on now because I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's because I changed the monitor settings. But if you do 330 hertz mode, then this one looks good as well. But then the text becomes a little bit harder to read. So again, at first impressions, I'm not too sure. I can't really say like this one's better than this one for sure. I think the settings can't be the same. I think the vivid pixel can be turned up on this one, and then the vivid pixel should be turned down on this one. Just because I guess like the glossy display, I'm sure like it makes the colors pop more. So if you keep the same settings, then this one will look good, but then this one is going to be like too high. So then you got to compensate for that by turning it down a little bit more. But once the settings are adjusted, it might be a lot better. To be fair, I can't really say like this one's better than the other one for sure. I just got this monitor, so we're going to go ahead and play around with it. Maybe use this one as the main monitor and put that as like a vertical one or something like that. But yeah, I think overall, the panel doesn't look as good, I feel like, compared to the UCDMR. That uses the QD OLED. But then, of course, the QD OLED, it has this purple tint to it, so like all the blacks look purple. Whereas here, they both look just as black as each other, so it's not gonna look that weird. But yeah, overall, first impressions, neutral. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad, but again, we'll see how this thing goes.